think one of the biggest things that all lawyers will agree on is that everyone knows somebody who just tries to win awards.
Oh, yes.
And lawyers are famous for this. They got the badges all over the website. They got the awards on the desk. You've never heard of these organizations. You don't know what these plaques mean. But a lot of lawyers try to earn these awards as a quick way to bring positive attention to their practice. But not all awards are created equal. How can lawyers know which awards are sort of high value, which awards are worth displaying? What's your opinion on these awards?
Yeah. So we field award questions a lot. We even wrote a checklist to kind of help clients figure out if an award is worth their time. It's called, Is This Legit? I think it's up on our law firm rankings and awards page. So
I'm putting a link to that in this description.
I'll send it to you. Absolutely. And there's also a great spreadsheet that another firm created many years ago called the Spammy list that a lot of marketers use. It's shared on, it's a Google sheet. And I can give you a link to that too. But basically, if it looks too good to be true, if the person soliciting you is overly fawning, or you've been selected, you've never heard of it before, is another one. So overly, complimentary, coming out of nowhere, you've never heard of them before. Asking, of course, payment. Now, not every award program that requires payment is spammy, but the majority that require payment are spammy. So you kind of have to look at it that way. Never heard of them. They're overly fawning. You go to their website and they have the trend I see are these publications where all they are profiles of, they're big, beautiful profiles of a company, a firm. And that's all it is. And they publish like once a month, and big firms fall, fall victim to this. Not victim. That seems a little over dramatic, but, don't go by, well, these big firms did it. Somebody, made a bad decision in that firm. So, but also look at their audience. The other thing these publications do often is we send to CEOs global, worldwide. That's not a targeted audience. So the only great publications that really get the attention of CEOs are, the ones you already know about, so they're brands that you're quite well aware of. And typically you want to be in a more niche publication or media outlet that serves your audience. So, but yeah, I can give you a link to that list. They're pretty easy. After you get used to it, they're pretty easy to spot. But typically it's because you've never heard of them and they're way too complimentary. Those are the giveaways at the beginning. The other trick to be aware of is and this is another thing we always ask is, if they'll say there's no cost, but then once you agree to it, they'll ask you for a list of all your vendors' information. So what they do is they go to your vendors and ask them to advertise. And we've been hit up for that before too. And the idea they're playing on, the psychology of your vendors are going to feel bad and just do it because they feel kind of pressured into doing it, which you don't want to do to your vendors. You want to have a good relationship with the people you do business with. So we always ask that. We ask, is there a fee involved? And are you going to ask for a list of vendors? And that's an automatic no, because we've been involved in several of those situations where we didn't get involved to begin with. And then suddenly the client's like, why are they asking for this list? And, and it's their entire business model, which isn't a great business model. They're not delivering any value. They're just sort of shaming people into paying for ads.